Dudes, especially with like the whole Andrew Tate thing, some dudes actually care about body count and shit. That's so toxic.
I'm top G.
Body count matters?
Fuck no. In fact, the higher the better.
Haram.
You actually know what you're doing in bed.
So I have a question. Would you guys say your body count?
No.
So if it doesn't matter, like, why don't people just say it? What's your body?
I won't say it.
No, you know what I'm saying?
My friends.
Yeah, no one.
You know what? But it's just interesting because we'll say it doesn't matter, but then it's like, if it doesn't matter, why doesn't everyone just say it?
Gotcha, bitch.
If you put your name, as indeed I have done researching this, put your name into Google.
On the Work Network?
Yeah, well, it was work. But the point is, you get these countless links to videos. The word porn star appears immediately. That is something that you will never, ever overcome. However much.
Well, that's rude. I'm trying to.
That's rude. How about that's a
I actually like the fact that Just Pearly saw through all of the BS because the logic was not adding up, right? Think about it like this. If you were interviewing with a potential employer, would you tell them or would you withhold this information? You recently got fired from your last 10 occupations. You would keep that information to yourself because you know in your heart that they're going to look at your past performance and behavior and say, that's not a good fit for me, because she has shown that they are not good workers, that they don't do the right thing. Now, when you bring it back to men and promiscuous women, the only men who take promiscuous women serious are the extremely desperate. A woman's past sexual behavior is a good indicator of what is to come in the future. Don't fall for that was my 304 phase, because that 304 phase was not a phase. It was her life. That's who she is. The unlucky man that ends up with the promiscuous woman is always going to be in his feminine energy because he's going to always come off as insecure. He won't be able to feel comfortable anytime she is out of his sight. And this is going to manifest itself into a self-sabotaging situation. An insecure man is a big turnoff to most women. You guys are going to be blaming her for doing things that she might not even be doing, but because you keep saying that she's doing it, she's going to say to herself, especially if she was a past 304, if he keeps complaining about things I'm not doing, I might as well give him something to complain about.
Biggest kink.
Well, personally, I like domestic violence, okay?
You can't make this shit up, people.
Choke me. Like, I like to be a little bit degraded too.
You down for
Because I
that?
already know who I am, so I mean, like, it's different to be like in another element.
You trying to degrade me?
A girlfriend that's going and she's married and she's flirting with other guys. Let her do her thing. It's not your business. The girl trip, she's supposed to have an amazing time, and what happens on the trip stays on the trip.
The only married girl, I ended up rooming with somebody that was single. At the end of a fun night, she wanted to bring someone back. And I'm like, there's 2 guys in my room. Like,
She picked 2 guys?
Crazy. I'm still thinking about the last guy I slept with. And I really know, like, I do not f with him at all. I still think about the wives. But he really gave me my biggest lesson. I need to stop giving up to these men that don't give a shit about me. He really is the last one, for real. I feel like the next person that I sleep with really needs to be the person that I spend the rest of my life with. He just broke me. He just took so much out of me. And I'm still working on getting it back 2 months later. Ladies, please stop giving your body up to these men that don't give a fuck about you. It's not worth it. Take it from me. Because he wasn't the only one that's taken so much out of me. And I'm still healing. I'm going to be healing for a long fucking time. Raise your hand if you're tired of men. Raise your hand if you're tired of men and you're not even dealing with a man. Symptoms of dealing with a man. Fatigue, depression, lack of appetite, heartache. Like, what is the benefit of them in reality?
I'm not
For the most part, in this Western society that we live in.
sitting right with this one. It's a dying breed of like Hefe vibes, like boss, Rick Ross kind of energy with the voice and that undertone. The men who do what they do with women and for women just because it's who they are and they want what they want, no questions fucking asked. Let me give you a visual real quick I posted on my story.
Good morning.
Yes, that simple clip is what I'm just referring to give you an image. Something as simple, present day, as buying a bouquet of flowers. We now have men on podcasts debating why they should or should not. Like, It is a dying breed of men who just naturally want what they want, no questions asked, no podcast energy sitting there asking hypothetical, time-wasting ass questions about whether or not they should just make a decision to deal with a woman or not. Like, everything's a hypothetical question and like some guessing game. And as simple as that clip was, yes, is debating if you are worthy of flowers or a cup of coffee. Like, it's beyond me because I see it so much now. And it's like, I grew up romanticizing men who just naturally were like jefes, boss. Like, I do what I want. And that's the kind of man I am. I don't ask. I don't care what shorty been through, her past, her this, her that. If I want her, I'm going to have her.
Yeah. So do you feel like you choose toxic men? 100%. I have the worst taste in men. Yeah. It's terrible. So where does that shift? You fun. No. See? No. You can't keep doing that. No, I do want to be in love and I do want to be happy, but like, I don't really connect with that many people. And like, when I like the person, I don't know. I guess they be kind of toxic. Like, I just don't know what it is. No, and I could have a man and he was 100% faithful to me. And he was everything that I asked for. He was funny, smart, successful, with a big and no kids and tall and dark skinned. Right, goes on.
Guys, I want y'all to think about all of the women you know. Are they ever really head over heels about the guys that do everything right for them, who wait on them hand and foot, puts the jacket over the puddle so that she doesn't get her heels wet? I'll wait. No, you haven't. You know. Now, on the other side of that coin, have you ever seen them heads over heels or infatuated with the guy that does everything wrong, the toxic guy? You know, the one that treats them like a mushroom, keep them in the dark and feed them shit. The ones that play with their emotions and fiddle with their mental state are the ones that get the best and most access to that woman. It's sad but true. Nice guys truly do finish last for the most part in this Western society that we live in. The ones that treat them like queens, in return, they get treated like peasants. Just take a look around. Women are literally attracted to assholes. They show you day in and day out. Do not listen to what they're saying. You gotta watch their actions. The actions never lie.
What is the pettiest thing you've done after the end of a relationship?
I have such a good one for this. Buckle up, juicy story. My college boyfriend, we dated for like 3.5, 4 years. We ended up being long distance for the last few months. We had signed a lease together for a new apartment. I had already accepted a job, like I had signed for a job offer. Ended up finding out at the last minute he has a full second girlfriend. Of course, it blows up. He then proceeds to send me a list of like all these girls from one night stands that he had through our 4-year relationship. So I'm like, what can I do to get back at him? What's a girl to do? Karma's a bitch. So I hooked up with all of his best friends. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 6 of them. Maybe not my best decision looking back. I've matured, I've grown. We've grown up a little bit since then. But yeah, karma's a bitch. Don't fuck with me because I'll fuck your boyfriend, your best friend, your brother, your dad, anyone.
Ma'am, you took an L. I'm sorry. This is no clapback. This is not a flex. You gave up your body to multiple men that he was friends with, and that just shows low character and low morals. You didn't win in this situation. You just got slutted out by a bunch of guys, and now your reputation is tarnished forever. This is gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. He's not tripping over that. You know who is tripping over that? Your father.
I'm interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
Aha, well, so you're going to have choices and equality of outcome.
Men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of leadership.
Men and women are broadly similar with regards to aggression, although men tilt a little bit more towards aggression. But if you take the 1 in 100 most aggressive people, they're all male. And that's why the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that, just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender.
I couldn't say it better myself. Dr. Jordan.
You know what? He is absolutely right. They want equal outcome, but they're not putting up equal time, energy, and effort. Over the last 3 months, it's been an absolute ton of construction going on in and around my neighborhood. We got new drain pipes, new streets, and new driveways. On top of that, some of my neighbors have been getting work done in and around their houses, such as roofs and siding work. Every day is at least 89 to 95 degrees outside, so you can imagine how taxing that is on the workers that are all males, not doing a pretty or glorious job. They're out here doing laborious work in the sun and risking their life to provide for their families. There's a reason why when you're driving and they got the men outside holding the signs talking about, hey, slow down, men are working, because only men take on these hard jobs, the ugly jobs, the dirty jobs that women don't want to do. Women want to be comfortable. They want to sit in the AC behind a desk and push paper. Meanwhile, the men are out here keeping society afloat so that you can enjoy those luxuries. So Jordan Peterson hit the nail on the head with this one. Guys, if y'all like this type of content, I want y'all to go ahead on and watch this video right here. We got plenty more for y'all to come. Hit the subscribe button. I'ma holler at y'all.